Wearing cotton in the winter is a lot like bringing a popsicle to a bonfire. It's probably only going to end badly, which is why I want to segue into this next topic here. What we have behind us is a frozen lake. These can be extremely dangerous. I'm not going to travel on that even though it's been very cold. But generally speaking, if it's at least 4 inches deep, it's going to be safe for foot traffic. I've also learned from experience, never set your objects directly in the snow. This hiking stick that I got on one of my camping trips could have been laying in that snow. It's below freezing out, but with the sun, it's melting things, and it's just an easy way to get your gloves wet. That is an ideal camping spot right over there. And so we very well may camp there. Never be afraid to take frequent rest, especially in the winter. Try to stay as dry as possible. Control your body temp and don't sweat. As I'm hiking, I'm also doing about 5 different things. I'm looking for downed firewood. I'm looking for tinder. I'm looking for dry spots. I'm looking for protection. I'm looking for a place to camp. You gotta kind of do you can do a lot of things just from hiking. You can do about 6 things at once. I've been hiking around a bit, but I haven't found any good spots. I love the idea of being deeper in the woods, but I can't pass up camping at this spot. It's just too gorgeous. Gotta remember to hydrate. It's a lot easier to stay hydrated during the day while your body's warmed up than it is when night comes. I can promise you that. If you have the food, eat well and eat often, because it will only help you stay warm out here. It's a good pink lady. You can see someone had a fire out here. Right here was a living tree. I'm not sure who cut it down originally, but I'm not really a big fan of that type of stuff. Around here, I really don't see a need to cut down living trees. There's so much dead wood, and living trees don't burn anyways. So I oftentimes really don't understand the motivation there. I typically like to do the opposite edges first, so I got this stake in there. I got this stake in here. Now I'm going to put 2 more stakes in perpendicular to those stakes. Now, because that ground is frozen solid because it's been below 0 for about a week straight, I'm not going to pound those stakes in all the way, or good chance I might not be able to get them out in the morning. We're going to try to get the tent pole up next. think it looks okay. All right, you guys know the next step. That is get the chimney up, get the stove up. This line here got frayed, do you see there? It got nicked on something, and I was able to use a double fisherman's knot to easily rejoin these lines again. It's a super strong knot. The harder you pull, the tighter that gets. So we were able to fix this, and now we got our line back. How does it look, guys? This thing is set up and ready to go. All that is from the space blankets from last episode. Yeah, they kind of came with me today. As soon as I got this tent set up, I, for whatever reason, became a little bit overwhelmed with nausea. Just kind of got dizzy, had an upset stomach, but the feeling's passed. I think we're good now. Let's hope so, because we got to get firewood next. They got a little bit smushed on the way over here, but I enjoy making these, what are called protein balls. They got whole grain rolled oats, honey, and peanut butter. Kind of basically the three ingredients used in these. I used a Kodiak protein ball mix. They're just amazing, amazing trail and camping food. These are very high calorie. Peanut butter's high in fat, so high calorie, good nutrition out here. So I'm gonna dig into one of these, maybe even have the second one, and we're gonna get going on firewood. I think it'd be wise to start off firewood duty with something right next to us. It'd be pretty crazy not to take advantage of this stuff. I just checked the time. It's 3:27 and 35 degrees, or about 1 Celsius. So we don't have a ton of time. It's still really dark days out here. It's still winter, so we gotta get cutting. That's a pretty good start, but I think I'm gonna need some more, so I'm gonna put my clothes back on. I didn't want to sweat in them and get all cold. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes. So I'm gonna get my clothes on and go get some more wood. Before we head off, another protein ball and some water. I'm gonna cut into this tree here and see what the quality of the wood looks like. That wood looks acceptable to me. Not as good as the stuff we have up by camp, but it's still good, so we're gonna take it. Alright, we got a bunch chopped. Let's get this into that tent. The sun's going down over there. It's going to get really cold as soon as that sets, so we're going to enjoy the last little bit of sunlight here, but it'll be getting cold pretty quick. What's going to happen is in the morning, all my stakes are going to freeze into that ground because it got above freezing today. It was like 35, 36. It's going to drop to about 20 Fahrenheit, so it's gonna all freeze into the ground. So I made sure to try not to dig them in too far. Times 450, the sun's dropping behind those trees. That's no good. This is a good find here. You can see if some beaver got to it. And it's just all deadwood now. That is an entirely dead tree. We're gonna get her back to camp. I just got done carrying a piece of that tree back to camp. And I think it's time for my third protein ball. These are about 110 calories a pop here. Can't stress enough, you gotta keep eating. These are perfect because they're good, warm, cold, whatever. As you can see, folks, our daylight is fading very fast. We don't have a ton of time left out here. We're gonna finish processing the rest of what we got here. I'll show you what I've been working on. And then I think we'll probably have near enough. All right, I think we're done processing firewood for the night. So I'm gonna clean up campsite, get it a little bit more tidy, and probably get ready to get in there. It's 6:14 and it has cooled down in a hurry. It's, I wanna show you, 27 degrees out. So I must have acclimated quite well since our last trip, because I find 27 degrees very comfortable now. Especially when there's no wind. It's really nice out here. It's beautiful too. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? A whole lot of light left. I have my headlamp on. I'm kind of just enjoying these last few minutes of light out here till I go in the tent. I typically don't like to hang out in tents, so I won't hang out in a tent if I don't have to. I really do enjoy being outside of the tent a lot more. But I wanted to be comfortable tonight. I wanted to actually be warm. So that's why we're hot tenting. We're going to get in there and get it lit in just a second here. "31 degrees. energy levels are feeling down, folks. We got a no, we have a 19.2 ounce original OG Monster Green. Cheers. Did you guys hear that crack? Oh, that was a crazy crack. Tear into a can of the meanest energy drink on the planet, Monster Energy. The ideal combo of the right ingredients in the right proportion to deliver the big bad buzz that only Monster can. Monster packs a powerful punch, but has a smooth, easy drinking flavor. Athletes, musicians, anarchists, co-eds, road warriors, metalheads, geeks, hipsters, and bikers dig it. You will too. Kind of cringy, to be honest, but it tastes good. This is looking good, folks. I'm gonna dig in, enjoy. Cheers. That's good. That is good. That hit the spot. With a little bit of Monster. All right, now I'm gonna catch y'all in a bit for real. Little cheese never hurt nothing. Howdy do, folks. The time's 9:37 p.m., so we're rolling into the night. I just finished my first steak off. I'm probably gonna make some pasta too. I'm thinking probably, yeah, I think we'll make some pasta and maybe some cheddar broccoli. So we're not done eating yet. We're probably gonna be up later than normal. I'm thinking probably 1, 2 maybe. We'll pass out. Cheesy broccoli here soon. I got the broccoli kind of soaking in there. And we're just waiting on the hot chocolate now. Time for some cheesy broccoli, folks. It's 12:15 at night. I mean, it's getting there, so we're gonna be thinking about hitting the sack here pretty soon. We processed way more firewood than I really needed, but we're gonna have enough for a toasty morning. And we've just been ripping that stove all night, so it's been super toasty warm in here literally all night long. Just totally dry. Everything I have is dried out. We're ready for tomorrow. Very successful night. Successful hot tent. Very successful hot tent. By far one of the most frustrating camping nights I've had in a while, and I'll tell you why. It's because when I picked this spot, I noticed there was a campfire here, and I thought it would be a good place. And it technically was. It was an awesome place, but I don't know, these people had to have had just a giant bonfire, because all the snow melted in here and it just mixed with the ash and just a total mess. Just an absolute mess. There's just so much ash and like campfire from the previous person. It's just crazy. Just kind of getting everywhere, but we're heading off to sleep. We're gonna hit the sack. Folks, time is 8:30 and we already have this stove lit. As soon as there's a little bit of heat in here, I'll start making coffee and some oatmeal and we'll get going. We'll hang out, enjoy some time, probably pack some things up and get ready for a hike. Time for some oatmeal, folks, and then we'll be able to get out of this nasty spot with all this absolutely disgusting campfire ash mixed with the snow. It just created just a giant mess. Looking forward to getting out of here. Alright guys, I think it's time to start dismantling this tent. It's already well into the morning, so let's get a move on. That took a bit of a beating. We're off and we're gonna do a little bit of hiking. We're gonna explore this area a little bit more. I was not expecting to see this. What an interesting find. Okay folks, so we finished the hike and it's about noon exactly. I'm getting hungry, so I say let's start a fire where we camp for the night, get some food in us, and we'll call it a day. dig in and enjoy. Alright, campsite is packed. Wow, the campsite's so much different now. Holy smokes. When I first got here, there was still snow. One final look at camp here. This was a gorgeous spot. There was already 2 spots here when I got here. I really don't know why. That spot wasn't revealed until the snow melted though. This spot was here. I think this has been camped on multiple times. Like a caveman, I guess. Alright guys, we made it back to the car. Guess what time it is? That'll do it for this camping adventure.